and welcome back, my food people. Fimi here again. Me tell you some come back again, you know. Yeah, man. But first and foremost, I would like to take time out to thank all my subscribers for giving me the support and respect for my channel. I really appreciate it. Bless up and enough respect to you. So, how you all doing today? Well, for me, I'm in a good mood, yeah. Back it up, back it up, back it up. Because today I'm going to be preparing one of my favorite dishes, which is oxtail and butter beans. Yes, I haven't had this dish in a long while, so who else better to share it with but with you? But wait, before we move on, I'd like to ask you a tiny favor. Please, if you can, hit the red subscribe button below and notification button. So now that's all said and done, get comfortable while me stir up the pot for you again. See you when we come back. So we're back and I want to show you the oxtail that I'll be using today. It's about a little bit over 2 pounds that I'm using. So I have already washed it with some vinegar, but as I said before, you can use lime or you can use both of them if you prefer to do so. Okay, so enough said with that, and now I'm going to show you how to make my special herb that I normally put on my oxtail and other meat kind that I make in the future. So now I'm going to show you how I make my green herbs. So I have a stalk of a scallion that I'm going to just put in my little bullet. You can use a blender if you want, if you need more, you know, green herbs in for the future, and you can bottle it if you want it. But for today, I'm just showing you like the stuff that I normally would use. Okay, all right, so I can just put in a little piece of bell pepper. I normally use some scotch bonnet pepper, not a lot, a little bit, some thyme, and I like to put some celery. You don't have to put the celery if you don't want to. It's yours. You put whatever you want to put in there, okay? And I'm going to put a little bit of pimiento, just a little bit, and some garlic. You know, it all depends on how you want it. All right. And then today I'm going to just throw a little bit of grated garlic. I'm sorry, ginger. And that's optional. I just want to put that in there for today to give it a different flavor. Just gonna add a little bit of water. I'm just going to cover the top. We're gonna put it on the bullet and it's gonna all blend up here. Okay. Okay, so that's all done. I'm just gonna shake it so that it doesn't really spill, because sometimes it can be a little messy. So now that we have our green herbs, I'm going to just apply to the oxtail here. And I'm going to put a little bit of browning in there, not a lot though. I don't like to use too much browning because it will make your oxtail very dark, and you can put whatever you feel like putting. It's up to you what you want. If you like it darker, you could go ahead and do so, but for me, I'm fine. Okay, and some all-purpose seasoning. That's enough. And I love to use my red pepper, and this also has some pimiento in there, but personally I don't normally taste it. Maybe for you might taste the difference, but I like to use it anyway. You know, it gives it the meat a nice flavor. And I'm gonna put some pickled pepper, optional. As I said, this is my style of cooking. You can do whatever you want. Okay. And then I'm going to apply some black pepper. A little bit of black pepper. Okay. That's it. Okay. All right. So now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to rub this in for a while. I just want to show you the color. You know, as I said, I don't like it to be too dark, and this is fine for me. Okay, right, so that's done. So now I'm gonna just cut up the rest of the seasoning, and I'm just gonna cut up the scallion. Put the oxtail in the pot. I put about 3 tablespoons of olive oil, but you can put whatever you want, whatever cooking oil you want to put in there. And I'm not going to put all of it because it's just kind of small, you know. So the reason for this, I want to make sure that everything gets brown and it can trap some of the flavor. So we're going to leave it for about 10 minutes, and yes, about 10 minutes we're going to leave it for, depending on how much pound of meat that you're cooking. And I have like about 2 pounds here, so I just want it to get a little breather. I don't want to put too much in at one time, so give it some space around so it can breathe. And oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you that I put some garlic in while we're off camera. I put like about 4 cloves of garlic to kind of allow the oxtail to be more tenderized, because when you're cooking oxtail, it all depends on the type of oxtail that you get. Sometimes some is tougher than the other. So if you're cooking it on the stove, it will take probably about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Today I'm going to use it, I'm going to put it in my pressure cooker. It's like a new crock pot pressure cooker that I'm going to use. I've never used it before, so when we get to that part I'll show you. But today I like to use my Dutch pot most time. You see me little Dutch here? Yes man, Dutch and me go way back, you know, long before the devil wear short pants. Oh yes, and you're going to be seeing it in a lot of my videos. You know, it's going to be my co-star, so you know, just respect my Dutchie. Anyway, get back to the cooking here. Yeah, so I'm going to give it about 10 minutes. So yeah, you want to keep turning it so that it doesn't really stick to the pot. And as I said, the reason for this, you want to brown it up and you want to entrap that nice flavor in it. And I can smell the aroma already. It smells so good, very good. So I'm going to leave this for about 10 minutes, and when we come back I will show you exactly what it looks like. Okay, yes, and this is about 10 minutes that it's in the pot here, and this is what it looks like. Look how nice and brown it is. That's what I want. And if you want, if you're going to cook on the stove, all you have to do is just add water and then just leave it you know, while it stay there and get softened, okay, for like about 2 hours or so. But today, as I said, I'm just going to go ahead and put it in the pressure cooker. It's the really, yeah, it's one of those, I guess, ninja pressure cooker. So I'm just gonna go ahead and throw it in. This is the pot for the cooker, and I'm going to show you as I go. Let me just turn off the stove before I forget. Okay, so I'm just gonna put oxtail in, and then and then I'm just going to apply all the rest of the seasoning in there. And with this, you don't need a lot of water in this cooker. That's what I get to understand. And as I said, I have not used it yet. It's the first time that I'm trying it out. I saw a friend with it and I was very impressed, and that's the reason I got it. So I'm just going to add a little bit of water, just a little bit, not too much, because it springs its own water, so you don't want too much. And what I like with this pressure, you can leave it, I'm going to put it on for about 30 minutes, and even if you put it on for 30 or 40 minutes or whatever, the meat, it doesn't come off the bone. So let me just go ahead, plug this in. This is what it looks like, crock pot, and I'm going to put it for 30 minutes, but it have to take time to heat up. All right, so it's on, so I'm going to put it on meat stew, and then I want 30 minutes. Okay, then I'm going to start it. Okay, so now I'm going to apply the cover on. Okay, and if you see here heated, it's going to take about maybe 10 minutes, you know, to heat, and then you're going to hear it start to sizzle a bit, and then that's how we know that it's in progress. So we'll be back in another 30 minutes when this is finished to check and see what it looks like. Okay, alrighty. Okay, so we have given it 30 minutes, and I allowed it to cool down while we were off camera so I could open it. So we're just going to take a look at it. And I'm going to kind of take it out the pot so you could see it, because it's very hard for me to show it to you like this. This is what it looks like. Okay, so I'm going to test it with the fork. Yes, it's nice and soft, nice and soft. So I'm going to just pour it into the other pot, so this would enable you to see what I'm doing, because this pot is too deep for you. Okay, look at that. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna put it on the stove, turn it on so that the gravy can be cooked down. And while I'm doing that, I'm just going to put the butter beans in. Some butter. Like a tablespoon of butter. Okay, and I'm going to put in some Heinz 57 sauce and some ketchup. And while we were off camera, I forgot to tell you about the timing for, if you're going to use a stove, you could leave it on for about, you can leave it on for about 2 hours so that it could soften the meat. All right, I forgot to tell you that. But to be honest with you, I normally I normally use the oven for my oxtail because I really don't like pressure cooker, but this is a different type of pressure cooker. It's like this one, it traps all of the moisture and all of the flavor inside. So that's why I bought it, because I saw someone with it, a friend of mine, and I was really impressed with it. So I'm going to leave this for a little while. I want to try to taste it to see if it needs more salt or, you know, some more seasoning. Let's taste it. Tastes very good. Very, very, very good. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna leave it for about another 10 minutes so that the gravy can get a little bit thickened. And with the butter beans normally make the gravy thicker as well. So it will be nice and okay in another 10 minutes, I would say 5 to 10 minutes. Let's see. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just, you know, cover it and let it stay for another 5 to 10 minutes. All right, so when we'll come back, we will have the final results. Okay, all right, see you in a bit. Alrighty, wow, look at that. Look at this. This looks so delicious. Oh yes, this is exactly what I want. The meat looks so tender. I'm gonna just take out a piece and I'm just going to cut into it to show you exactly how tender it is. Just comes right off the bone. But you want to maintain, you want the meat to maintain on the bone. You don't want it to come off really to, you know, get smushy or anything. So this is exactly what you're looking for. See that? It's nice and soft. Nice. Exactly what we want, okay? So when I come back, I'm going to be sharing out a plate for you now. So we'll be back in a little while to show you the final results, okay? All right, see you in a bit. This is our final result. Look how delicious it looks. It can't get any better than this. Oh my goodness, this is so delicious. It looks so appetizing. I just want to go ahead and eat right now, but I have to serve my guests before. Look how the bean them pop out of the oxtail, like, eat me, eat me. Look at it. This is so nice. So if you like this video, please share and subscribe. See you in the next vid. Bye.